Yeah, this is a negative Venom deck, and it's got some really good numbers according to the data. This was actually the highest cube rate deck at the time of recording, and it's unusual because you don't really see Venom and Carnage popping into Mr. Negative decks all that often, because clearly when you flip their stats, nothing happens. You end up with a 2-2 and a 3-3, which is where you started. But they do support a very common late game pair in Mr. Negative decks, which is Null and Arnim Zola. And historically, we often just see these by themselves because you get a 0-6 Null and a 0-6 Arnim Zola. You can still, turn that Null basically into 12 power in 2 different spots, which can be pretty punchy, especially, when combined with Iron Man or Mystique or whatever. It's just another good ongoing target that makes a ton of sense in these decks. But this gives you basically a backup plan of sorts where if you don't hit a Mr. Negative, that your Null and your Arnim Zola still have really good lines, because you can just sometimes destroy your small little fodder stuff, which, by the way, can occasionally ramp you via X23 so that you can play both of these successfully. Ravonna can also do that. But you destroy all that little fodder stuff, you can still create a big Null or sometimes a big Venom that still creates a really nice Arnim Zola target, and that can win games. So you're not necessarily as reliant on a Mr. Negative combo, but this all still flows really nicely when you do hit your Mr. Negative. So you're missing some of the consistency of the Mr. Negative because you don't have as many 0 power targets. You're losing your Iron Hearts or your Sages or those sorts of things that might show up in other lists. But you're adding kind of more consistency to the early game or a backup plan of sorts that still synergizes really well. And the data's looking great for this deck among, honestly, a bunch of other Mr. Negative decks as well. They seem to be doing pretty decently in the new meta. I'm seeing them spattered all across the best win rates in the untapped data. So I think Mr. Negative's having a little moment. And I like that this deck takes 2 cards that are traditionally not great negative targets and puts them to work to great success. All right, kind of an interesting hand. I need some fuel for it though, realistically, right? We need, I don't know, X23 or something. There could be a cool line with Venom doubling the stats left and then eating them for the Null or whatever. But you kind of hate to throw Ravonna into that plan. That doesn't really look good because you might want to play Mr. Negative here. We definitely play Ravonna for the negative top deck potential, because that would be completely insane with Atalan, right? We would love it. Only Null is missing from the negative now. Uh-oh. What was that? Geniuses. Actual geniuses. Okay, so I wouldn't mind getting that Jane back, but, I wouldn't mind getting an Iron Man or an Arnim Zola either. Magic we're totally chill with. Now, this is a mill deck, so they are going to try to, burn through all my stuff, and in particular Baron Zemo's really good against Mr. Negative cards, so that's kind of a pickle. Definitely a bit of a pickle. Also, this redraw was pretty much the worst possible thing I could have got. I honestly can't imagine it being much worse. Don't be Zemo. Gladiator, it's pretty good against me too. Everything's tiny now. Nico's a fine roll though. I don't mind losing the Nico. What was the effect though? It did reveal, right? What was it? Draw 2 would be cool. It was change the location. Draw is still good. Draw is very good. Okay. Null could be spicy with his hand and Mystique, so that's nice. Venom can eat this Carnage to get pretty big here potentially. Oh, even better. Yeah, even better. Although Red Hulk is very large. Oh, baby, let's go. That's the hand. That's a turn 6 or 7 line 2. I'm a little bit concerned about Dr. Octopus, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this Venom so that I have a better Dr. Octopus roll, because that makes any kind of shenanigans here better. I could play the Null so the Mystique is better as well, but I don't know. That feels a little bit riskier in some ways. If they don't have the Doc Ock, I feel like I kind of screw myself. So let's start here. Let's just hope Doc Ock doesn't mess with us too much. Oh, Leech instead. Oh boy. Well, that makes me sad. Leech, dude. Oh, I really just don't want to be in the game that Leech is in. Is that wrong to say? I just really don't want to play the game that Leech plays. Makes me so sad. Null here, I mean, in theory, but that Red Hulk was really big, right? And I have trouble matching the Red Hulk because of the X-23 energy here. Do I have an Iron Man to draw? Or is it the magic, right? I don't know. Oh, these being turned off is just so, like, cripplingly bad. Oh, the Red Hulk, though, has a fixed position. Okay, that's kind of helpful to me. Oh my god, we have the Iron Man. That's, dude. So Red Hulk pushes him to 29 now, right? He's +3. So Iron Man here actually pushes us to 30, which is pretty good. You could go Null here and then just maybe like shore up here. Null here you think is 26. That often wins because they're really only at 11. I could maybe see a world where they add a little bit of power here just to juice this. So maybe I'll add a Mystique as well just to juice it a little bit. Just to cover, and then hopefully these two still cover as well. Okay, they went really hard mid. I think is totally fine. What do they have from me? I don't even know. Magic, I guess. Oh, that was, did they literally? No, that's not my magic. No, that was their magic. Either way, we're chilling. The Shang-Chi just made this even grosser, right? So, cool. Wow, we tied mid. Are you kidding me, dude? All that work they did to screw with me, man. All this work you did. You fool. It was a fool's errand. I love that we get there again, just on absolute, just, you know, nothing working to plan, really. I mean, I guess the negative is still pretty good in the scheme of things. Like, Iron Man was insane. A 0-6 is still pretty good. Okay, Mr. Negative gives us some choices. We got a few good hits in deck currently. This deck, though, you know, admittedly and by design, I would argue, definitely less likely to hit. Quantum Tunnel is like kind of iffy for us, really. I mean, I think playing Mr. Negative and it's totally chill, but anything else kind of iffy. You know, not a lot of targets by design. Venom here moves right. Mr. Negative goes mid. It's a little risky with Carnage, but Ravonna doesn't really necessarily help me here. This just clears me out of Hala is really the goal, right? We had like a little sneaky line where it makes it look like you care about Hala, and then actually we don't. We just shift these stats right, which is kind of funny. Just hopefully we don't hit Carnage off this Mr. Negative. That's really the only downside. So, pretty big hits from the opponent. Quinjet makes me think Loki. Snowguard 100% locks in Loki. So, trying to think about how much the Loki deck benefits from our cards. Like, probably not a ton, but Iron Man and stuff can be, you know, kind of a big splash, basically, we need to be mindful of. I think we're gonna play Magic Ravonna next turn pretty much no matter what. Although I guess we could just go for the Big Jane hits, huh? We're actually in a pretty good spot for Big Jane hits already. X-23 is totally fine, not the Carnage. We have Iron Man, Mystique, and Zola for Jane. If we want to just avoid the magic line. I mean, that said too, though, there's really no reason we can't just go for it already, right? Like Jane on 6 doesn't really change our calculus any. We still have time to draw everything and go for a big spike. It does, you know, arguably give the opponent more time for their Loki, which is like, can we maybe just win the race straight up with, like, you know, Arnim, Zola, Iron Man stuff, like Zola, a Thor, since Null's not very big yet. Yeah, I actually think we do go for the race here. I think we don't want to match. It just gives a Loki too much time. Like, we don't want their Loki to get 2 turns, because then it's more likely they get to Zola, more likely they get to Null. It just, I think it creates more challenges than it solves. And we're not like missing any draws here or anything. Mr. Negative's the last card in the deck, which is totally fine to lose. So, I think you got an Iron Man Arnim Zola, 100%. Actually, you got an Iron Man Mystique Arnim Zola, excuse me. We don't really have the biggest Null in that case, though. Probably so much. Null's only 7, and I can't really play Null mid, you know? I think mid's totally fine, though. It just doesn't really matter. Oh, you know what we could do? We could magic mid. But that's... what are we at? 10, 11, 13, 26. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. I guess I don't really want to support their yeah, I don't want to support their null more than I have to. The only downside would be if they somehow made a really big null and I miss out on it, but I don't really need that. I think we're okay here. I think this is totally fine. This is like 13, 14 mid. They have quantum tunnel problems if they try to contest mid. So we're really just powering through them left. I think we even beat an Iron Man if there's left, if they had an Iron Man for me. Right, we'd actually don't care about, so that's fine.
Iron Man.
We have the double Iron Man left, so I think that just scales like crazy, right? I think if they had an Iron Man there, they'd be at what?
Iron Man.
16, 18, 36. Yeah, we're just gonna blow that out of the water, obviously. Okay, cool.
I am
Iron Man. Fun. Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, perfect, man. I'm glad we didn't go for the magic line. I think that was bait. Sometimes it's like, oh, you gotta play the deck the way it's built, and it's like, no. Recognize the game state. Don't let their Loki get too much upside. Okay, Ravona's beautiful. Terrible Mr. Negative Man though. I mean, 3 of the 4 cards we care about already locked up. Do we even go for Asgard? Like, we're not that good at it. Maybe we just keep Nebula in check for now. Yeah. Like, if we hit negative, we'll still play it, of course. It's fine. Ooh, okay. Oh, God, he literally does nothing now. He literally does nothing. Oh, he makes magic slightly better and X-23 slightly worse. I can't destroy the Mystique, so that's not worth it. I mean, I think we still play this just to debuff the Nebula, but how in God's name do we win a game? Perfect. I need Carnage over here, man. Although I can't really because I need the Ravona discount. So Iron Man into Jane. Iron Man. There's just no. Oh my God, dude. This game could not go any worse, dude. Literally could not go worse, dude. Bakari coming in too. Just great.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, I mean, literally could not go worse, right? I don't think there's any chance in hell we can win this game. Null is garbage. That Widow's Bite doesn't really mean anything, at least. One good comfort here. The Widow's Bite basically does nothing. I need this X-23 to not roll on the Carnage. Anybody but Carnage. Go mid or left. Don't roll on the Carnage. Okay. So we have a plan. We actually have a plan. I probably need more power left, don't I? They're stronger left. Well, no, I'm down by 3 mid. I'm down by 1 left. It's debatable, I would say. Oh, but Carnage left is really gonna only add 6 power. I think I need to add more than 6, right? I don't know, man. Let's see. Please, God, Scarlet Witch, save me. Oh my God, does this help me at all? Doesn't really change anything, does it? Yellow Jacket doesn't really matter. Is it enough though? They're only 8. Oh, I absolutely love yoinking a game like this, dude. This is unbelievable. This could not have gone worse. And we just get there, dude. Find your outs. Oh my God, 4 cubes too. Beautiful, dude. I don't know who I have to talk to at the Marvel Snap offices to not get all my negative cards in my opening hand. There we go, Venom. You're doing it right. Good job, buddy. Aunt May's. Okay, we'll still go Venom on the X-23 probably. I think just sticking to the curve here is fine. Cool. Oh, cool. Oh, great. I'm really excited about that development. Just excellent news. Magic. We could do a thing where we like turn off Aunt May. Since I'm not really benefiting, maybe the opponent won't have time to benefit either. Since we're revealing first, this is fine. I mean, negative on 4 here still gives me a cool, like, null Arnim Zola path with a Venom in hand, you know, and Jane. We could definitely make a big null Venom. So we need a top deck Mr. Negative on 4, play Jane on 5, stack up, I guess probably left. Although X23 is a little iffy with the Arnim Zola plan, so maybe we'd stack up mid. In which case, we're gonna draw the rock here 100% of the time. So the other path here now is like still making a big Venom, but then just Arnim Zolaing it. Problem is like Jane Venom's just still not that big. Yeah, pass. It's like so underwhelming here. Ooh, the opponent might think like an Annihilus Void becomes a problem for me, or this might be setting up for a Cersei, of course, instead. Yeah, Jane into Nico Venom could be pretty solid. Of course, the Jane does nothing here, but that's okay. It's just about the stats. We're kind of using her to magnify the Arnim Zola realistically here. Can we get a surprise Carnage, man? Let's do it. Oh, that's not really a problem, I guess. Venom makes it go to 0. I mean, I lose 2 on the Nico, but it's not the end of the world. Move this card to the right, huh? Oh, we can also do this, which is pretty spicy. Oh, man. Oh, baby, I like this a lot. This does mean this Widow's Kiss kind of gets absorbed by the Venom. Unless X23 goes here. If I draw a Carnage, I can play it next turn as well, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is okay. This Nico's a little weird with her effect. Maybe I just go ahead and turn it off. I don't want to introduce that risk next turn, right? Like Venom can move right. That's totally fine. Whatever. If the X23 rolls here in a bad spot, I might have a problem. The X23 in this deck creates some real risk, dude. Like if it lands next to Venom, I have an issue. Okay, that's fine. Lucky roll, I guess. That's okay. Oh my god. I mean, I don't really think this is enough. By the way, the opponent is just stuck. Wait a minute. They're just better off like this? Wait a minute. They're stuck here. They're stuck. There's no power coming, right? Down 11 here, and I'm down. It looks like I'm down 10 here, but I'm actually not down 10 here because I'm eating -4. I'm gonna go to 4. I'm actually only down 6 here, so maybe I just win mid. Oh, but that makes Null smaller. No, that makes Null smaller. Well, does it actually make Null smaller? Because it looks like I have 4 cards here when this gets eaten, right? No, I think it doesn't make Null smaller. I think this is right. I don't think they're adding power right anyway, right? I think right is secured. Oh, that's good news. That's totally fine. Oh my god, we did it. Dude, this deck, dude, I swear to god, I don't know how this deck keeps mustering the weirdest victories. It's like
Victory.
it just keeps finding these stupid paths that make no sense how to win. Tarnax 4, fantastic for Mr. Negative. Let's go. Cool Nico Dan Hip. I don't think I've ever seen that. And she deleted my Nico. Rude. I don't mind that though. That's good. That just thins the deck, gets me closer to like Ravonna, right? Do we throw in a Carnage for them? I mean, I could throw him like as Arnim Zola or something. I think we'll sit on the Carnage. We should have plenty of energy this game with like Magic, Mr. Negative lines. I could turn off Castle Zemo as well if they're gonna like give me a card, right? Okay. What was that Nico effect that just went off? Maybe it added it to hand? Totally unclear to me. I do like Tarnax. It's a little risky, but it's pretty good with like negative, pretty good with Zola. I don't really mind Thunderbolt's Tower too much. If anything, I might actually just be able to avoid it for a while. So no Ravona, but we do have negative on 4. I'm chill with that. Hyera, okay, it's probably a zoo list of some kind. We think about Big Gilgamesh, we think about Khazar, which their portrait certainly suggests as well. Oh, no, dude, that's really nice. There's an interesting consideration to make here, man. If I go negative right now, and then I go Carnage, Venom mid. Oh, but I can't go Null left. No, I was gonna say like Arnim Zola left is really good, but Null left is actually not any good. We can't do that. It's almost always gonna be worse, right? I guess we'll do this Mr. Negative here then and just see what happens. I wonder if we're better off to Carnage first or Venom first. If you Venom first, you got 7, and then the Carnage eats 7. If you Carnage first, you got 6, and then the Venom eats 6. It makes the Null bigger, but I mean, you got more power on board, of course, if you Venom second. Like, is 1 power on Null worth all the sacrifice elsewhere? Oh, Beta Ray Bill. Oh, whoa. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Bro, this is kind of cool because, well, I actually, dude, if we had Jane, you could like Arnim, well, we wouldn't have time because of energy right now, but you could like Arnim Zola, the Beta Ray Bill, and then get multiple Stormbreakers. I can also Arnim Zola, the Stormbreaker, which I don't think will be worth it, but is kind of an intriguing idea to think about anyway. Depending on how we wanted to shuffle our power around, it wouldn't necessarily not be worth it. I think Null Arnim Zola is just too powerful to pass up though, right? I think we just play Null right. On 6, Arnim Zola on 7. Hopefully we hit an Iron Man or something to splash a little bit. You know, a little bonus or whatever. Hey, nice, well, you know. I don't necessarily expect them to have disruption here. Even the Limbo, I think, oh, there's a Nocturne on board. Oh God, the Limbo is not safe, bro. Oh my God, I just literally didn't see that. Well, Ant-Man gets pretty big there, but Iron Man kind of covers that, right? Well, Nocturne, we know actually, if they're moving Nocturne, it's 4, they go to 14, and then this gains 4, they go to 18. This is 28. That's actually almost kind of overkill, but I can't play Iron Man left. Stormbreaker left doesn't really make any sense either, so I mean, I guess it's still this. Maybe Stormbreaker right is actually pretty chill. This is worse if they don't do. In case they go, I'm gonna have to save my Mystique. This is worse if they don't pull off the Nocturne right, but I think we're okay like this. I don't know. I can't imagine them getting enough power right to steal this back from Null plus weapon. Oh God. Oh God, I take it back. They can. Shoot. Dang it, dude.
I am Iron Man.
Ebony Maw! Are you literally, where did this come from, dude? Tarnax 4, literally anything other than Ebony Maw. Literally any other 1-drop. We win. Oh my God, dude. Okay. Ravona, Rickety Bridge, Mirror Dimension is a bit of a pickly situation, isn't it? I mean, we can magic. Let's get out ahead of this, right? We're gonna. Oh, but I have Mr. Negative I want to play next turn. Oh God, dang it, dude. I mean, we can magic later, so we know we can. Oh, dude, that is so risky. What if that rolls Rickety Bridge, dude? Wait a minute, dude. That's so risky. Oh my God, these all look so similar. Yeah, let's put this here in case this rolls Rickety Bridge. If not, we'll just turn the left Rickety Bridge off, probably. Dude, they are taking an incredible 50-50 risk here for what it appears to be no reason to me. I don't understand. I love it. Let's go. I don't hate leaving the well, no, I can't have 2 Rickety Bridges in, can I? No. There's a weird play though where I put Null mid and then I Arnim Zola it. Actually, you know, this Mr. Negative is not very good for the record. Iron Man Mystique's pretty good. Let's take that back. That can be game winning in its own right. You don't have to hit home runs in this deck. It's kind of the point of this build is that it has an alternate game line, right? You can just destroy stuff and still feel okay. What is their plan here? Are they just not reading the, is it a robot? Are they not reading the text? I don't understand. I just don't understand. They're reacting. They just saw it. Dude. Yeah, they just saw it. Okay. Maybe they thought it was Eternity Rage. They do look so similar sometimes. Like everything about them, color palette, all that is shockingly similar. So the opponent's never gonna play mid, right? Just never. Never. So I can just null Arnim Zola, right? That's kind of the dream. Since these do have full cost, I can't really do it early. Why would you play that here this turn? In what godforsaken world is that the right thing to do? Now the good news is they didn't, well, they Enchantress early is what I'm trying to say. They Enchantress early, so we do have, the Nocturne came out too late to turn off Limbo. That's cool. We do have a pretty spicy Iron Man, Mystique, Arnim Zola out here, I think. So you go Iron Man, Mystique to copy the Iron Man, Arnim Zola mid. Doesn't matter if he gets destroyed. You got an Iron Man right, that's 10, 13, 26 right. You got Iron Man and Mystique left, that's a billion. And mid, you leave a card mid to at least play for a tie, or perhaps, you know, respect the Nocturne, but either way I think we're fine.
I am Iron Man.
the null failed. This game's been a real back and forth. I am proud of the opponent for sticking this out though, man. Like they, even though they threw on that rickety bridge early, they played it out and still had, you know, like still made a go of it.
I am Iron Man.
Pretty cool game.
I am
Iron Man. Respect for you know, giving it a go. I've seen crazier wins than that, so why not? Okay, Tinkerers, not especially useful, but we don't mind X23 Carnage shenanigans, that's for sure. No Mr. Negative path right now with Ravona or Negative. Oh, Central Park's really nice for Carnage, though. We love it. We love it. If the X23 rolls left, we've honestly got a pretty good Venom happening already, to be honest. We wouldn't mind getting the Jane into Venom either. That could be pretty cool. Oh, the White Widow's Kiss, man. That's an unfortunate priority. Hood stealing us priority. Sad. I mean, Venom left is just not great. I think Venom mid into Jane is kind of aligned, but Jane's not actually drawing anything, you know? It's just getting a 5/9 down. This creates a little bit of an opportunity with like an Arnim Zola, but not on curve. We also could just go Iron Man Mystique as well. Just like stack those up left or something, and then like maybe try to win with a Jane right. Venom and Jane right together is also kind of cool. X23 left, don't really do a lot. Hurts us maybe. We might need Iron Man and Mystique together there to win, to be honest. Black Widow. Oh my god, dude. Why are all these annoying decks back? Please go away. Please. I beg of you. Please. I don't want to see you here anymore. Iron Man Mystique is pretty much the guaranteed line, but it strands Jane, doesn't it? It's just like, what do you play with the Mystique next turn? Ravona, best case. Nico sometimes, and even then you're only at like 6. You're 12, 20. I guess 24 is pretty nice, to be fair, assuming the Mystique does actually connect, and then maybe Jane can steal right. I'm a little bit worried about like a Doc Ock or something coming, but that might be okay too. It might go right, but then that would definitely stop the Jane. So Carnage. Yeah, the Arnim Zola is just unlikely to be relevant. I mean, Jane mid is also a possibility since that Carnage is kind of big right. Let's just see what they do here, of course. I feel pretty good about the 24 left.
I am Iron Man.
That feels a bit insurmountable, although I guess a Darkhawk could be big enough. Kind of feels like they want to play Darkhawk right, though, if it's not. But they're so far ahead right, they may decide that mid is too susceptible, but they're not actually very far ahead right, because they're getting bonus 12. They actually have 12 there. I play a Jane, I go to 18, 20, 21. So they may decide like Dark Hawk mid, since I don't think it'll be big enough to win left. Yeah, let's try to steal right with the Jane. If they're thinking, yeah, I think Dark Hawk goes mid. Or that. Oh god, that could throw a wrench in my plans. Let's see. Those are all low. Those are all okay. Okay, good god, dude. Sick Cersei, by the way. Yeah, man, garbage game from us. As far as like, well played, I think, actually. I think we kind of navigated this correctly in a weird way, but just not a lot of interesting lines. Just kind of bailed ourselves out with no good Ravonna, no good negative, basically no cheating, no magic. Just playing the board and playing locations and scraping together a win. I guess it's kind of good that the deck can do this, right? It's interesting that that's an option at least. Vault, some interesting Carnage options here maybe. Vault's one of those we're not really locked off because we can always, you know, Arnim Zola something over. We could even magic it too, of course, but White Palace. Opponent's getting a Mr. Negative, so they're gonna be a little bit clued in on what we're doing. Oh, Nocturne makes magic lines a little risky. This is a pretty safe spot for an Arnim Zola to develop, so I'm gonna maybe try to play the Ravonna right. Some tiny risk here, you know, of hitting Isle of Silence or whatever, but pretty fine usually. Just want to make sure I'm respecting the Arnim Zola. Now, you know, the X23, I will say, the one thing about X23 in this deck is that it can throw a wrench in your Arnim Zola sometimes. Notably, you know, it helps you cheat your Arnim Zola or Null early when you're not hitting Mr. Negative. So I do think it absolutely is worth it. It has upsides. It's still right to include it, but just something to make sure you're taking note of as you play it out. Wakandan Embassy, okay, it's totally fine. This appears to be like a Gilgamesh Zoo typey thing, I guess, right? Dude, what has happened to her? She got flipped, then she's discounted by Ravonna because she got flipped. That's insane. I've never actually seen that before, but that's kind of insane. Let's go Nocturne 9 left. It's just really big. I could actually just move it mid and then like Arnim Zola it too if I wanted to. Sadly, these aren't discounted because of the Wakandan Embassy anymore, so it's kind of a pain, but magic right is probably gonna happen. I'm looking for, well, I don't know, Venom, Jane, like, oh god. Bro, I have destroy effects. Please, God, give me a destroy effect. I have so many ways to eat all this garbage. Please. Please. I beg of you. Please give me a way to do this. Let's play this here where their Nocturne is. So extending the length of the game. I could do something like Iron Man Riot if I think they're going to add another debris type card, but let's just win left and mid, I guess, if that happens. We have like Iron Man Mystique stacks. So if we think we can stay up left against Blue Marvel or something of that nature, you know, might be okay. Kind of running out on space. Oh god, it happened. Oh boy. Where's my Killmonger, dude? This deck needs Killmonger. Bro, the Carnage is late. Carnage, you're killing me, dude. So it's like, oh, I can't play that turn. Oh, it's literally turn 6 right now. Oh my god, dude, I'm dying here, dude. I'm dying, dude. This is going to 11. I can move the Nocturne over and maybe play an Iron Man there on the final turn. I just can't move her this turn. So it's like, what am I doing? I guess I'm playing Carnage? Oh, this thing's killing me. Somehow we're still ahead here. They actually have to add power here, which is hilarious. All right, I don't know how to win. I don't know. This nebula's really causing me some stress. It's just like Gilgamesh. What is this gonna be? I don't know. Gilgamesh, they might want to go mid. It's just Blue Marvel. Okay. How on earth do I beat 17 left? I think 17 left anyway. Like this goes here. Iron Man's worth. It's not enough. It's 3 and 5. It's just not enough. I do this into Arnim Zola and it hits Carnage. Carnage rolls there. It's just not enough. It's not enough. Null. We don't expect null to get big enough. It's just not enough, dude. I just don't think it's happening. Iron Man here just loses. Well, actually, they're only at 15 because I'm. Wait a minute. I'm stopping the nebula. I forgot. They're only at 15. Maybe they get stuck at 15 and I go to 16. Maybe it is enough. Worried a little bit that this could be like a Khazar, but it might just be a big Gilgamesh, which I think we can beat a big Gilgamesh maybe. As long as I got my Iron Man sequencing right? Iron Man, Mystique. No, we might be able to beat a big Gilgamesh with Mystique. I don't know. Gilgamesh? Bro, are you actually... Bro, I'm gonna die!
Iron Man.
I'm literally gonna kill...
I am
Dude!
Iron Man.
I'm so mad! Oh! Nocturne, I hate you! God! Oh. Remember too that you can't change the ordering on the Nocturne move. They updated it in a recent patch. The move always goes first now. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate this. We can actually cheat the negative early thanks to X23 Carnage. Nice little bonus stack offer sometimes. I feel like my seat is low. Am I just hunching? Maybe I'm hunched. Might just be a bit of a huncher here. Negative mid's also just amazing, yeah? Perfect. Love the bonus ramp lines here. Negative mid does hurt our null. It's okay. That's bound to happen sometimes. Subterranea just hurts my soul. Negative hurts our null. Subterranea hurts my soul. I mean, they are all 0-1s now, so I can draw a bunch of them with Jane to like thin out the deck, I guess, a little bit, but still kind of a pain, you know? All right, let's do this. I don't want to turn off Warmir. The opponent has to still sort these out, right? So let's just put some body in there for me. Ravona is good, but not as good as a 3-2, obviously. Limbo. Deck is pretty much all good draws except Nico, man. Literally everything else is just... This is honestly good too, though. Draw 2. Oh, well, I shouldn't say that. There's obviously rocks that aren't great draws. Let's be clear. The rocks are not great. This is pretty good, though. Like, I don't mind the Venom getting destroyed because it does feed a potential null. A Jane would still be so insane, dude. Like, Jane with this empty of a hand would just draw me like a million things. Hopefully we get a Jane off this Nico draw or off the top. It's funny to eat the Venom, but I think it's okay. Rock? Mystique? Jane, please, God, one time. Please, God, Jane, one time. Please. I love, by the way, that the opponent just has Wong, Mystique, Shaw. I just love it so much. I'm so excited and happy that they have that. I can't win now, right? There's just no possible path to victory. Arnim Zola on a Carnage doesn't do it. There's just nothing. My only path to victory is snapping on the opponent because they think I have something insane. I guess they just drew all of the cards you're kidding. They just drew all of the cards they wanted. All of them. Every card they wanted. They're gonna call this bluff 100%, dude, in a Subterranean game. We're gonna sacrifice some cubes for fun. As they should, by the way. As they should sacrifice this. Let's go! Yes. We're geniuses, dude. Oh, maybe they actually hit more rocks than we saw, right? Like, we don't know. This is why you don't give it up, man. Oh my god, dude. They did a retreat later. I can't believe it.